New live for you today. This is day 4 of our sourdough bake-a-thon. Now, today was supposed to be the day that we are making cereal, but I changed it. Today is viewer's choice day. Someone requested either banana bread or pumpkin bread. And since I have bananas that I am going to make banana bread anyway with, we're going to be making banana bread with sourdough today. Okay. Now, few things. The poll today is not about baking. We'll get back to that tomorrow. We're back here tomorrow, I believe, at 10. It's not 10, 10:30. So you can definitely join the live. Subscribe to see more because we are going live every month, 7 days out of the month for sourdough. We're going to be making anything and everything that we can out of my sourdough discard. He's ours, but he's mine. Okay. So to start, just have a few things here. We have milk, coconut oil, eggs, sugar. We have brown sugar. We have flour, and we have bananas. Okay, pretty simple, pretty basic. We also have vanilla extract. This is homemade vanilla. And I have baking soda. Typically, I don't add baking soda to any of my products. The recipe that I formulated has baking soda. Now, I am probably going to test it today without the baking soda because I believe in my sourdough. Okay. I believe in my discard. So it's only 1 teaspoon of uh, baking soda. It might be necessary. So, if I'm not mistaken, baking soda actually helps with the acidity content. Um, it is a leavener, but it's such a small amount. I don't see it actually being a leavener in this recipe. It's probably used to make sure that it's soft. Perfect. Juliana, oh, finally, you're finally able to put your live. Hey, girl, how you doing? So we're gonna start. So again, this is just viewer's choice today, and tomorrow we're gonna do our sourdough cereal in the morning. Okay, so we're making banana bread. Same recipe. I'm not tweaking it, so I know it's gonna work. I know it's gonna work. No, it better work. Okay. So let's begin. So two banana. These are really big. Like they're huge. I feel like if you have usually the bananas are like this small. We're gonna be making banana bread, girl. Someone requested it. They also requested pumpkin bread, but I don't have any pumpkin yet. So we're doing banana bread, just viewer's choice. We're gonna do that, and then we get back to the voting choices as of tomorrow. So I would say, let's see. See, this only calls for 2 bananas. These bananas are really, really big. These two, I don't like this color banana either. But anyways, you don't actually have to cut them up like this. I'm doing it because they are big. So leave them hold, whatever. Use some use overripe bananas because these are probably on their way. Like as you can see, it's good. I wouldn't eat. I would actually cut this portion off and then eat the rest. Just like, but we're gonna keep it pretty simple today. It is warm here, so the less time I spend in the kitchen, the better. The better for me. So grab, grab yourself uh, a fork, a whisk, whatever you need to mash your bananas. Pretty simple. Oh, I also forgot we need salt. I don't forget the goody goody salt. So pretty much mash. You just want to make sure there's no real lumps. I mean, as you mix in all the other ingredients, it is going to melt away really, really. Now, if you want chunks, You want banana chunks in your banana bread? By all means. I don't like it. So anything you can put anything here. I am not following anyone's recipe at all. I am just doing whatever I want. Do whatever I want. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, I'll try it again next time. But yeah, so you just speed up your banana, make them look like this. You do see some chunks in there, and that's fine. But banana just melts away when you bake it, so you can't get mad at that. So the only thing that I like about this recipe, because yes, I've made it a few times, so I know it's foolproof. And listen, saying all these things and watch this thing at first. It should be foolproof, okay? It should be. So we're gonna add the brown sugar. I like using demerara, but you don't have to do that. You can use light brown sugar, the medium brown sugar, cane sugar. You can use any type of sugar you want. You can even use white sugar. I'm just using brown sugar, and I'm using about 220 grams of it. Once I get some time, I will add the difference. So, like, I'll add the cup equivalent in the description. And I'll also have it on my blog. So if you don't catch it in the video description, it's because, somebody slipped my mind. It slipped my mind. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. But I will have it on my blog. There's a few banana bread videos on my channel with and without, with sourdough and without. So you can check it out. I love a good banana bread, okay? Chocolate chips, nuts, whatever. Raisins, even. Okay? I love a good banana bread. But this one is gonna be plain. Plain and simple, quick and easy, using just what I have, just what I have in the house. Because really, that's the theme of my life path right now. Use what I have to make something delicious. Okay, so we're gonna add some salt. A bit much. So my recipe calls for 1 teaspoon. That's actually a lot of salt. So 1 teaspoon is about 5 grams of salt. And I like adding it in to the banana mixture because it gets evenly distributed. It will dissolve with all the liquids that's in here. It just makes more sense that way. And sometimes I like a nice, real plain banana bread because think about it. Some of the banana bread, they're just doing the most. But they're doing the most. They're taking away from the actual banana. But I like candied pecans on my banana bread with a drizzle of caramel. No, I'm a fatty, right? Oh, at this point, it's not a breakfast item, it's dessert. Okay? So this is just sugar, banana, and salt. We're gonna add in some vanilla. This is my homemade vanilla. Okay. There is a video on my channel. I make it ever so often. I am adding 1 tablespoon because I love vanilla anything. But if you don't like vanilla, you can probably put in coconut extract, you can put in almond extract, you can put in mixed essence. You can put pretty much whatever you think will give you the flavor that you are looking for. But if you do want to use vanilla, you can either use 1 tablespoon or you can use 1 teaspoon. I'm using 1 tablespoon. Okay, let's see. What's ready? There we go. Eggs. So we're gonna add 2 eggs into this. Now, something that I learned, trial and error, because what happens. I usually crack eggs in a separate bowl before adding it to my mixture because I've had cases and sometimes I just crack because less dishes. I will crack everything into a bowl and then there's something wrong with it. Right? So, just crack it in a separate bowl, inspect it, make sure it's good, and good to go. So we're using 2 eggs. And we're gonna it. And to be honest, I feel like this is the only place that you can play with this mixture. It's the only time. Because once you get to the flour section, all you have to do is pan it and bake it really quickly. So it's a slower fast as you want to. So we have 2 eggs, 220 grams brown sugar. We have 2 bananas, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of salt. And now we're gonna add in this. So today we're using Frederica. This is Junior's little sister. She's been on pause for a couple of weeks because she's been doing the most. But as with everything, as you can see, if you watched my lives 2 days ago, we cleaned up the top and now she's completely at the top again. So it's super active. As you can see, this is being kept in the fridge. See all these little bubbles all up in here? This is my actual discard. She's super, 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 super active. And we love a good active discard. But I gave Junior a break because I think he's a little sluggish. So he's taking the time out. So for this recipe, you're gonna use 100 grams of discard, which is about half cup. But I like going by weight, right? It's just more precise for me. I know everyone has their preference, but I like going by weight. Like to me, weight is so we're gonna do 100 grams. She's super, super active and she's very tiny. Now the tanginess doesn't bother me because it actually equals out in the recipe. So that's about 103 grams. Try not to go too much over. If you go 3 grams over, it's not an issue, I find. But if you go like 10 or 20 grams over, it's a different recipe at this point. Okay? And don't blame me. So yeah, so this is kept in the fridge, but she was at room temperature for like 30 minutes and she's still cold, so that's okay. So we're gonna mix this in. And even if your discard isn't active, it should work because you have eggs in here as well, and eggs actually help with structure. So you may get heights. It may not be high like what you were expecting, but you will get height if your discard isn't like doing beautiful things. Okay? You just if you want to taste it, you can taste it. I'm trusting the whole entire process because I don't want to taste it right now. And I'm hungry. Every time I do these lives, I'm hungry. I don't know why. Okay, so this is completely mixed in. As you can see, you have little streaks of your discard, not anything to talk about. It's fine. Okay. Oh, we have that here. Set this aside. And then we're gonna add in flour. So this is all-purpose flour. I haven't used bread flour. If you want it to be really cakey like, you can add cornstarch to your all-purpose flour. So if you have 100 grams of flour, you take a tablespoon out and you put a tablespoon of cornstarch in. Make sense? Even if it's a cup of flour. Take a tablespoon out, put a tablespoon in. You mix it around and you kind of get cake flour. Two things that I learned along the way, I think my friend showed me that one time. Because I was out here actually buying cake flour, and sometimes, I don't have the coin to do that. So I'm just doing what I can, right? And to be fair, I can actually do this in a separate bowl because I have to add the baking soda. Again, this is probably like one of the only times you're going to see me add baking soda because I don't. When we bake bread, when we bake muffins, you know what? We're not going to just, let's just do this one without baking. But if you do want to add baking soda, you add 1 teaspoon. Okay? This is an experiment for me because I haven't made this recipe without baking soda. So it's going to be a first. So we're going to see what it does without the baking soda. If you got the same bread, if it's like flat line, you never know. I don't know. But how was your day, Juliana? I know it's late by you. So this is 250 grams of flour. And so we're gonna add this in, and I'm not sifting it. I have a bad habit of actually not sifting my flour, but do as I say, not as I do. But the thing is, if you do sift if you weigh your flour and then sift it, it's gonna weigh something different. So if you like sifting your flour, sift it first, then weigh it. That way you actually get the weight prior and you sifted it because you want sifted flour. Because usually when recipes say it's sifted, it's usually after. So just weigh it, sift it, then weigh it. But if you don't want to and you want to be like me, just dump it all in. Okay, so this is what with flour, this is what it looks like. I'm just looking for flour bubbles because I might have a few, and that's okay. There's no baking soda in this, so I technically don't have to worry about over mixing. But I also don't want to develop too much gluten, so I'm just kind of slightly stirring just to get the air pockets from the flour. Because if you do overmix it, you'll see a bunch of squiggly lines going all throughout your product. That's not cute. Okay, so we're gonna add some milk. Now this right here is buttermilk. I'm using up the last of it because I made fresh butter, and this is the byproduct or the end result, right? So I'm just using it up. You can use bag milk if you do, because we have bag milk here in Toronto. Carton milk, canned milk. Honestly, coconut milk, but diluted. This recipe calls for 60 grams. So if I was using coconut milk, I would use 30 grams coconut milk, 30 grams water. That's just me. Okay. But I'm going to be using this. Now, honestly, if you don't have milk, you're on a tight budget, don't have milk, just use water. It's really not that bad. It's really not. Some people hate using water. Anything that's going on here, you're not even going to know if it's water. It's already rich, you know? So it's just something to keep in mind because I'm going to tell you right now, If I don't have it in my budget, it's not in my house, and I don't want to go outside to buy it, I use water. That's it. I absolutely use water. I heard there, it's free, so use it. I mean, some things you can absolutely tell, like taste difference, but for this, it's already rich. I'm just trying to get as much of all of it. Full secret. But I normally use canned milk. So if I had used canned milk, it would have been a richer banana. This might not have the same richness, but it'll still be rich. So I'm now gonna add my coconut milk, coconut oil. Just melted it. This is 120 grams of coconut oil. If you don't like coconut oil, have coconut oil, or are allergic to coconut oil, you can use a neutral oil or you can use melted butter. It's very simple, right? So I'm just gonna add that in and we're gonna mix it. Now I know you're sitting here like, why didn't you just add all the liquids to the liquid? I don't know. This is just how I did this recipe. I honestly believe it does something flavor wise, right? It really can get done. It gives you just because. Because sometimes it's not about what you put in the placement and where you actually put the ingredients. I just never did it any other way. And honestly, I don't think there's a huge difference. This is just how I've done it. But if you want, you can put all the liquids together and then add the flour and see what you come up with. It's banana bread. I feel like you can do no wrong with banana bread. But I've had some banana bread that I will never give ever again. Again. Okay, so here you can add chocolate chips. You can add nuts, pecans, walnuts. What you want to add it now. Or you could have added it with the flour easily. But either way, you can make whatever variation of banana bread you like. I want it plain because I typically eat it for breakfast. I typically just put a slice. This is looking really good. It's smelling amazing. Now, again, I did not add any baking powder, any baking soda. My recipe does call for baking soda. And experimenting. If you do use the baking soda, it's 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay? If this doesn't rise and this falls flat, it's because there's no baking soda. It's my disclaimer. Okay? Because I have the video on my channel. You can check it out. Plain and simple. I made this 100 times with baking soda. And I am now making it without. Okay? What the stress that? I don't want to get any messages about girl. You don't know how to make banana bread? Okay? Listen, when my live streams at the amount of wait, what was that? You sure you can bake? Right? Okay, so I'm just lining this. Perfect. You can be fancy. You can cut it so that it's even all the way around, all that good stuff. I don't necessarily do all of that. I just put this, but I don't want hanging over. pretty much. And I like an easy cleanup, which is why I tend to use parchment paper in my loaf pans because I don't want to have to like struggle to get it out or anything like that. This is why I do it. Right? I don't even oil or grease the baking pan, like the parchment paper. When I was just baking it in the actual pan itself, I would. Okay, so now we're gonna add it to. I'm saying prayer. We're gonna add it to the pan. So make sure it's good. It smells good. Flavor is good. It's good. So we're just gonna add it. If you want to dump some nuts on top, you can. If you want to slice a banana and put it on top, you can. You want to put chocolate chips on top, you can. It's everything. Oh, it has a nice tangy flavor too. Basically, you can do whatever. You really can. So I love baking. I love experimenting because if it doesn't work, I do it again. The same way I'm gonna be trying to figure out how to make my olive and rosemary bread that we did live that failed. The same way I'm gonna be redoing the strawberry muffins because that fails. Please good stuff. Too runny, looking different, looking very unfamiliar right now. I don't recall my batter being that liquidy. Maybe my memory is just not good. But anyway, we're gonna figure it out together. See my recipe here? See my recipe here? See this yes right here? Means I tried this multiple times and it works. It's gonna work. Okay. I'm gonna pop it. Wait. I have to put some water. I have a little container in my oven, like a little pop pan. Pan. A little pan. It is just one of those mini baking pans, but I have water in it. I always do. Whether I'm cooking or baking, I always fill it up. It's a habit. It helps, but it keeps the oven nice and moist and not dry. So you're not necessarily getting full steam, but you're getting some steam. Okay. So pot of check again. This is what we have. This is what's going to be going into the oven. It's okay. I'm going to try my best not to open the oven, but I have a hot spot in my oven. Okay. So after about 15 minutes or so, maybe 20 minutes. No, 15 minutes. That's 25 minutes. It's probably gonna take a longer time to bake. And that's another thing I'm bad at. When I actually make these things for myself, I have everything here except the time that it takes because I go by smell and I go by sight. That's what I've always done for baking because sometimes time it'll tell you it'll take 20 minutes, 20 minutes, and still not done. So we'll be the judge here to see how long it actually takes. But I believe it's going to take a little more than 40 minutes because you need it to, you need the sourdough to, it better do this. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to tell you guys that this is going to work. Every single time I say that, here comes my kitchen, here comes all the products, my sourdough, and it's like, why you lying? But I promise you, if you go on my channel right now, this is a sourdough recipe. It's the same one that we're using. The only difference is we're not using any baking soda. That's my only worry. My only worry. My faith in my discard, but sourdough does definitely help with the soft, not the sourdough. The baking soda helps with the softness because I'm not using it as a leavener, but it's a leavening agent, but it helps with the acidity in products. It helps to keep it nice and soft. So if I get a nice banana bread, not be soft and spongy. The only thing I'm concerned about. Again, the only difference is there's no baking soda. Vanilla, I added the egg, sugar. If you want a nice light colored banana bread, I would use light brown sugar. I use demerara, which is a bit here. So that could also be the reason why this dough, not the dough, but the batter was looking real unfamiliar. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. Different sugars, different products, they change the texture. It does. Demerara is heavier than all the other sugars. So, want use light brown sugar, use cane sugar. You can even use white sugar. This is the heaviest brown sugar. This is what doing the most steps here. Batch. So tomorrow we are back here at I believe 10 a.m. and our country, and we're going to be making sourdough breakfast cereal, like cornflakes. That's what we're going to be making tomorrow morning. Um, I in my head it works. Okay, is it going to look like a cornflake? I don't think so. However, eat my cereal. I'm going to buy milk just so that I can pour it. You can hear if it's crackling and crunching. I'm going to eat it. It should work. It should work. Okay. It really should work. So tomorrow, that's what we're going to do. And then we are back to voting for what you guys want to see. If you have any suggestions, you can let me know in the comments because I'm open to any suggestion of what you want to see made with sourdough discord because that's the purpose of these lives. Okay. 7 days, 7 different recipes, good different days of experimenting, good and bad. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, right? I show everything. I don't hide it because if I don't do it, I'm pretty sure you're not. So let me know what you want to see and we get back to it. But I'm super excited. I'm smelling this already. I'm turning the light on. I'm being a little nosy, bro. No, I just put it in, right? But I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. We have to we have to keep my nose glued in because the problem that might happen, and it's at 350 here, issue that may happen is the bottom and the top will cook before the middle. And that's a problem because once the bottom starts browning and cooking, so it might take about 30 to 40 minutes to be 100% done, but we'll see. Because I'm iffy on the no baking soda, but I have faith. Okay. Yes, I'm talking to you guys. I have faith that it's gonna work. I made some yesterday. We made cheesy garlic sourdough rolls. Perfect, delicious. Okay, like awesome. And then the dough, because I made two doughs. So the remaining dough, I made sourdough cinnamon rolls again. Let me tell you, okay, not eat another cinnamon roll. It has to be sourdough. You get that nice little tanginess. And I realized because before time, I've been trying to every dough that I make, I try to turn it into a cinnamon because I'm trying to test um, if it's a good dough for cinnamon roll. That's one. Two, if it is, if I can keep gooiness inside without having to add like cream or milk or anything like that. And I find in all the testing that I've done so far, I find that brown sugar, ooh, like demerara, like the richest brown sugar you could find, the thickest one. Okay, that one will give you a nice clean layer, and it stays after baking. Some ooze out, but it just stays. So every single bite that you have is filled with. I'm telling you, it's just like. Do I have one here? I think I have one here just to show you. Like, can you see that? Now, this might not look like something to you, but warm this up. It's everything, okay? It is everything to me. Warm. And you know it's a good cinnamon roll if you can eat it without the frosting. Because most people put the frosting to hide the everything else. This is a good one. Okay. I also have this on my channel. There is a full video of it. If you see me use white sugar, swap out the white sugar and use brown sugar. I promise you. Okay. I don't put anything out that I don't believe in. I know I'm iffy on this, but I don't put anything out. This okay. I had two for breakfast this morning. Don't judge me, but I did. So we had a lot of fun with these sourdoughs. I get to like experiment, share stuff, learn from you guys. You guys get to decide what we make. You guys sometimes get to see me struggle because we made ravioli with sourdough on Sunday. The struggle. The struggle. Okay? Listen, whoever who heard of boiling pasta for 3 minutes? 3 minutes, for 10 minutes, girl. Okay? Watch me here say, what do I do? How do I do it? First of all, I couldn't even cut the pasta. I didn't even remember how to cut it. I had a moment. Boiling it, I boiled it for 10 minutes, it was overcooked. I'm like, girl, you cook pasta all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? It's struggle. So it's been fun for me and it's been a good place for me to share what I know with baking and to just learn because I am learning sourdough. I'm not an expert. I started playing around with sourdough in March of this year. Yeah. Let me check. I'm smelling it. I'm already smelling like the bottom is forming. Like I could smell that. The top's not doing anything. Like it's trying to dome. You know how banana bread is? Like it tries to dome. It looks like that's what it's trying to do, but it better come up. Just, take your time and because I cannot deal with another embarrassing moment. It's something that I can make with my eyes closed, you know? So yeah, it's a struggle, but it's a fun struggle. I'm excited for tomorrow for the cereal because I have to roll it really, really thick. And if you know anything about rolling anything, if you put too much pressure, it'll tear and rip. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I feel like I'm excited. I want it to be like a sourdough frosted flakes type cereal. It's not gonna be full blown frosted flakes because I'm not drying it with sugar water or anything like that. I'm gonna add a little bit of maple syrup just to get the sweetness. But I think once it's dried, it should work. It really should work. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It will work. So I'm gonna just rotate a little. I have a hot spot. I do. And I want to make sure. I don't know, guys. This might not. I don't know. Can we do a baking dance? Because I am stressed out. Because I'm trying to show you what it would look like without it. Hey, Mr. Perfection, right? I'm trying to show you what it would look like without the baking soda. Have faith. However, things happen. Things are happening right now. And I'm confused. I'm very confused. Okay? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. But since we are here talking about sourdough, this big guy right here is Junior. Okay? Junior, he is looking a bit sluggish, which is why I didn't use him today. Their dad's name is Fred, and this is Fred Jr. Don't laugh, it's a thing. Okay? This is Fred Jr. We use him since day one. He's usually my go-to. Okay. He's usually my go-to because I've been trying to make a dent in this sourdough bucket since 2 months ago. Okay, he's catching himself because yesterday he was not active. So pretty much he used this much when he started. So I'm making a good dent in this one, which is good. However, he's a bit sluggish. I think it's because the last feeding I did from an actual starter, he didn't take that discharge very well. Since then, he hasn't been bubbly and juicy and excited, and this is what I mean. Because as you can see, this is what I use for the discard and for the sourdough. You see, she's already puffed up again. She's super, super active. Let's look at all the bubbles. This is the active discard that I have, right? And they're from the same parent, but he is not. I don't think he likes the refresh amount. But I pay close attention. I make notes. I have a book of sourdough, so I make notes. My audio is buffering. My apologies. I'm not sure. Maybe it might be the internet connection. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm telling you, original Fred is like, this is for Trika, Fred Jr., and I will show you Senior. But I just don't have the time. I could do it now, but I don't want to. That's the problem. This is this is the starter. Okay. And he was up here. Can you see this line right here? I'm trying to see if you can see it. He grew to here and then he dropped. So now he's kind of eating himself, but he's still good. I'm just not ready to refresh him. You see that? He's still good. He still smells yeasty and nice, which is good. But I'm a little concerned about this one right here. So I'm not sure if I'm going to at some point mix Frederica in here, but he has bubbles, but not as much, right? Like you can see, he's not doing anything. I'm concerned. I'm really concerned because now it's still this guy, but the problem that I'm having, I know I will have, is that if I use this guy right here, it is going to take a longer time to rest, to bulk ferment, to proof, which is fine. $1 a time. All the time. So Frederica here, she's been at my time since 4 o'clock. You can see, you can see the difference. So I know I don't think he likes the refresh section. Because as you can see, like when I pull her, like you can see the bubbles, right? Like the bubbles are all around. She gets pushed all the way up, which is why she was on timeout for a little bit. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do the junior. I'm gonna let him sit for a while, not use it. Just gonna try to go through this one for the remainder because that'll help. Because I don't know what's going on. There's no bubbles at the bottom either. I'm so concerned. No bubbles at the bottom. But honestly, worst case, worst case, I will add this guy. I will add some of her into it. Because I find that usually helps when I'm looking for it usually helps. But I'm not gonna do it now. I'm just gonna let them chill, but I'm gonna mix it up. Because I wanna make sure it still smells right, like at the bottom as well as at the top. Because right now it smells sourdoughy, it smells yeasty, but there's not a lot of action. And by now, see, this doesn't happen. All of this is normally right here. All of this is usually covered in bubbles. So even if I leave it at room temperature, because I did that yesterday, I left him at room temp for a little while we were on live. He did nothing. So I don't know. Jump start. Yeah. It's not I don't know what's going on with this big guy. But we're gonna let him sit. I'm just mixing it up. Because I like doing that too to get the bottom. Because sometimes the stuff at the bottom has more flavor. Like the sourdough at the bottom has more flavor. Right, me too. You know I take good care of my children, okay? I've been I've been checking every day to make sure. But the reason why we moved this is the original discard container. The reason why I moved it into the fridge is because it was super active and bubbly and it made a mess. Right? Put it in the fridge, it was still coming to the top. That's why we started putting it in the bowl, right? But today is the first time I am sitting here telling you he don't have no bubbles. He is just flour and water. He has no bubbles. He smells yeasty. He smells nice. He still has that rich sourdough smell, but he has no bubbles. I've never experienced that. So I'm thinking, I think since the last um, feeding of this guy here, because I usually feed and then the remainder down here, he didn't like it. Oh, look, we got a bubble. Yeah, right here. Okay, maybe you just needed some encouragement. A little bit of encouragement all over the place. And the color, if you can see, well, I don't know if you're seeing a color, right? It's like a creamish, almost, it's like a bright cream color. The flour is white, but this is like a bright cream color. So I know when there's discoloration on the top. Yeah, it's thick. I know when there's discoloration anywhere, but I haven't had that issue, right? So we're gonna, we're gonna let Junior sit for a day or two. He's not gonna be used for the duration of the series. So y'all gonna be seeing Frederica. She out here and she's showing up. She's filled with bubbles. So even if I mix her up right now and I let her sit down here while we wait for this thing to bake, filled with bubbles. She's just gonna push her way all to the top. But he's just like, nah, I'm tired. Tag me out. What'd you say? Yes. Well, see, I never got this. I never got this. So I shall not be hitting my child. Okay. And I know some of you are watching, like, why is she calling the sourdough her child? Because I feed it all the time. Okay. I wash him all the time. By him, I mean the container. Okay. My children are bougie. It's not like a dirty container. Okay. So I try my best to clean it. And I talk to them nicely. I do. I say, good morning, Freddie. I say, hey, baby girl. You know, I do. I do that with my plants too. So it's not, don't think I'm crazy, but I do. And yeast is a living, yeast is a living organism. So why wouldn't you talk to it? Maybe that's why, you don't have a relationship with it. I mean, hopefully, me talking to this boy, yeah, I probably said something he didn't like because why you out here? I smell the banana bread. My concern is still valid because again, this does not have any baking soda. Baking soda will help keep it nice and light, right? We are just using the power of the sourdough. If you want to use baking soda in this recipe, you use 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. It's been 25 minutes already. Stop. It's been 25 minutes already. This thing is not going to be done. It's going to take at least 40 minutes. Okay, Freddie. We're going to put you up. Okay. Say goodbye to your auntie and uncle. And we're going to hope for the best. Put them up. Right down. Okay. But before I do, I smell the banana bread, so I have to check. What did you say? Be careful you can cut yourself. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Another 25 minutes. Listen, listen, listen. If you make this, reason being because you can go to my channel right now and you can find at least 3 different banana breads. 4. Okay? Trust me. I know what I'm doing. Just that when it's live. When you do anything live, anything can happen. Okay, you gotta account for the environmental changes. You gotta account for maybe this batch of product isn't good. All this weird stuff. But it's okay. 25 minutes has passed. It's it's not doing that banana bread thing. You know the banana bread thing where it bakes and then it splits down the middle? It's not doing that at all. I'm concerned. I should have I should have just lied to you guys and you put the baking soda in flour and you would have never known. Anyways, let's work with Frederica. See, look, see, do you see all of this goodness somewhere? She has not been disturbed for a while. See the bubbles? She has a lot of air pockets, and it's okay. But because she hasn't been disturbed for a while, I want to get the bottom to the top because all the nice sourness sitting at the bottom. Don't believe me? Right. Sitting at the bottom. It's like the seasoning just sinks to the bottom. Don't get me wrong, everything is sour, but it's more potent to me at the bottom. So I'm just gonna mix her up because she is going to be our star for the week, the rest of the week. Can you see all the little bubbles? You can tell it's right. She's gonna be a star. She's gonna be the star of the week. So again, if you are joining me or new to my channel, never seen me before, we are doing 7 days of sourdough. This is day number 4. Okay. Tomorrow morning, we are going to be doing sourdough cereal. You know, like cornflakes? Yeah. We're gonna be doing that tomorrow morning. I'm excited because I'm gonna be my breakfast and we're gonna have a go at it. And then we get back to voting for what we want, like what you guys want to see. But if you have a suggestion while you're watching and you're like, hey, I wonder if we can make sourdough, let me know. That's what I'm here for. Because I'm out to make everything I could possibly make with sourdough. Because why not? It's cheaper. It's more delicious. Why not? So let me know. Join the fun because it is fun. Okay. We also do have weekly lives after the live series. After the 7 day series, we have weekly lives. We either cook, bake, or we just do whatever. And we have a good time. Okay. I think she's good. So I'm gonna let her sit out because she's gonna be used. I need to I need to keep an eye on the other one because I'm really concerned that it's not bubbly. And maybe that happens with sourdough from time to time. Oh, no problem. Maybe it happens with discards from time because I've seen videos where people discards it's just runny. Never had that happen to me. I mean, even at room temperature, it wasn't runny. It was just bubbly, right? So maybe it does after a while. It has a moment where it's like it's dormant. And I thought putting it in the fridge. That's why I put it in the fridge. I thought putting it in the fridge, it would just not do anything, right? But it proved me wrong, and it stayed very active in the fridge. Both of them. see that color? No, you can't. But you could. It's a nice rich cream color. If I see any other discoloration from them, I can tell. I also put a cap on because I'm using a metal top, and the metal top doesn't have an insert. And when it's in the fridge, it sweats, and then this may or may not rust. And you definitely don't want this on your sourdough. Food for thought. I like this. I'm smelling the banana bread. I mean, it's smelling. I like it. It's raised up. It's up there, but it's not doing the banana split. It's not doing the banana split. It's not. That's what I look forward to. When I think of a nice banana bread, I don't want it to look perfect. I want it to split right down in the middle, hair open. But I'm thinking because it does not have baking soda, it's just gonna bake flat, or the last minute, it's just gonna shoot up and go right. I'm hoping. I'm just gonna rotate it again. Hot spot. It's necessary. It's a pain, but it happens. It's a pain, but it happens. I tell you right now. Go to my channel. Check out the banana bread. So you know I'm not lying, because I know I'm not lying. It's not lying, guys. It's good. Okay, it's good bread. But this recipe may actually need the baking soda. May need. Okay. I'm gonna let it do its full baking course. Right now, a flat. Like who wants flat banana bread? I want a pop. It's my issue. Okay. Let me stop stressing. Oh, the small bit, I still don't eat it. Okay. If you know, you know. I'm still gonna eat it. But it's concerning because sourdough is strong. But then that really means that the baking soda does as a leavener and it boosts it. That's all that means. So it's not like you can't make it without it. You can, because I've done it. Now I can say I've done both. Prefer baking soda for this recipe. And then I'm also gonna blame the sugar because you have no business using Demerara. Like, why would I? Honestly. And if you're wondering, I do walk around my kitchen like this, talking to myself while I'm doing stuff because it's like, what? Also make notes. Okay. So again, it's my recipe book. See, I scratched out melted butter because I was like, no, this is coconut oil. See what I'm saying? These are things that happen. It's my sourdough book. I will update my blog with a lot more sourdough recipes. I will give you guys more after I figure out what I did wrong. This one, anything wrong? Okay. No, I don't want you watching thinking, wait, what is she talking about? No, it's a learning. It's a learning series because now I know if I make this recipe, I prefer to use baking soda, right? No baking powder, but baking soda. In all my other recipes so far that we've done, we haven't used anything. We've made shrimp, we've made donuts, we've made bread, we've made cinnamon rolls. Well, I make them. We made cheese rolls, we made muffins, carrot cake, hush puppies, brownies. Oh, You do not understand. Okay, chocolate, sweet and tangy. Y'all better get into that. We made pasta. Okay, so this is why I love this series. My friend suggested that I do it because before I was just going live and then I was making multiple recipes in one live. So one day, one live, one recipe. So you get to see it, you get to learn, you get to fail. Well, I get to fail. We'll figure it out. I mean, first like you said, oh, the bottom smells like it's already like cooked. You know, let's just forget this live. Let's just say I didn't even go live today. Let's just not even do this. You know, I want to end this live right now because I'm done. I- I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I don't know what is going on here. Y'all just made dumpling. Just don't talk to me right now. Okay? Just don't talk to me right now. I'm just don't. No one talks to me right now. You know, not going live again this week. I'm not going to do that because I don't understand how any of this is happening. Ha- You know what? Yes. I'm done. I'm done. Not say my dough looked, not my dough, but my mixture looked unfamiliar. I didn't say that, right? I said it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Every time I come on live, I need to let you guys know I can bake and I can cook every time. Gosh, I already knew something was wrong. One, maybe I used the wrong sugar. That's probably it. Here. Okay? So don't use the demerara sugar. Don't be like me. Now you know what not to use. I'm so disappointed in myself. I should have just never came on. So disappointed. Too much. Like, like I know what I'm doing. Like, what is this? Like, can't see this. Too much. I'm highly annoyed. Okay? Very, like, very annoyed, highly annoyed, just disappointed because y'all made this 2 weeks ago. I, but it's okay. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna just go first. It's heavy. It's so heavy. Okay. So a few things that I can already tell you I went where I went wrong. The bananas, right? They were too big. My bananas were very big. So I'm coming and I need to show you an example. Okay. If you rewatch the live, you'll see. This is typically the size of the banana that you should use. The regular size. Okay. My bananas were probably this big. So that's mistake number one. Maybe I should have used one instead of two. Now, if you get regular sized bananas, you use two. Okay. I already know where I went wrong. You use two of these. Okay? Two of these. Okay? See? I'm not lying to you. Oh, wait, you can't see. Ah, this is two bananas. Okay? Brown sugar. You are using, and I'm going to bring it so that you can see. Don't be like me today. Okay? Had a long day, breakfast, and I'm not happy about what's happening right. Okay? This is the brown sugar I used. Okay? Open it so you can see. It's heavy. Okay? Don't use this sugar. It's very heavy. I want to know. I just know. And I'm annoyed. Okay. See this? This is demerara, right? But it's very heavy and thick. Don't use this sugar. No. You want to get yourself light brown sugar. You can use dark brown sugar, but please don't use demerara. This is like extra dark, but it's heavy. It has more molasses in it, right? It's heavier. You don't want that. You want this one. You see how this one just dry, dry sugar. You don't want wet sugar. That's the only way I can explain demerara. Do you see? It's light brown sugar. You can hear it. Like it's dry, right? You want that. And yes, this is a regular sized banana here. Okay. What I use probably had some GMO or something up in it. It's upsetting. I'm upset. So I know I went wrong with the sugar, right? Now, everything else, the vanilla is fine, the egg was fine, the sourdough is fine, flour is fine, salt is fine, coconut oil is fine, milk is fine. All of those are fine, right? The only other thing is the baking soda. But I know because one, my bananas were bigger, right? And two, the sugar was heavier. That already weighs down my batter. I told you from I was mixing it, I'm like, already, I already know. But I had to continue, you know. But it's a learning lesson for both of us. Too much. Everything at this point. Okay, I think this is done. I'm gonna take it out. I'll show you how to eat it. It's not what I need. Okay, because if you get yourself on my channel, you will see my banana bread. It's delicious. It's foolproof. This is also foolproof, but clearly not really because it even messed me up. Recipe is good. It's just the ratios. Okay, so this is finished, and I'm gonna show you. I'll explain as I showed you, so that you don't make this mistake. Because who has time to waste egg and milk and oil? I don't. Okay, so right here, I have the finished product. It does not look like the. Okay, oh, do you see the middle right here? It was trying to come up, but it could not because it's so weighed down. It couldn't like the sides did, but the middle couldn't do it. Right? It's soft-ish, but it is not my banana. And I know, as I explained, it is the butter. It's the butter, not the butter. Why can you say butter? the bananas and the type of sugar that okay. I know it's gonna taste good because the batter was tasting really good. Uh, maybe, but I don't think it's the over mixing. I really think it's the heaviness because right now it's heavy. The banana bread itself should be nice and light. I think it's because the bananas were. If I had used, maybe if I had used one banana instead of the two of that size, I don't think it's good. It should be good. I'm just gonna put this back. I have banana chunks in there. I really do think now that I think it's the banana size. Should have used one instead of two because the size is different. It's a big difference. However, it smells good. But that's today's lesson class, okay? Don't use a heavy sugar. Use a light sugar. This is probably best for cats. Probably is. I'm not even gonna get mad. So disappointed. It was that this particular season, this time, oh my goodness. It is like it's so challenging. Maybe it's me, but we'll see. If I overmix it, we'll see because it'll the inside will tell you. It will always tell you. If it has a whole bunch of lines, squiggly air bubbles going all over the place, it was overmixed. It could be. So, class, this is what not to do. Okay. The recipe is safe, but I'm telling you what not to do. Make sure you have regular sized banana. This is a regular sized banana. Mine were this big. Should have just used one, but I used two. And then that would mean that I would have to probably double up on all my other ingredients, but I did not. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna put my child away. I'm done. No, I'm done. I'm so done. If you are joining, we are having 7 days of sourdough. This is day number 4, and this was viewer's choice. Make a banana bread. Did I expect to have any troubles today? No. But I did, but it's okay. We're gonna eat it. Fine. I want to show you what it looks like cut. So we'll see. I just want to give it a little more time. Have another minute. I'm gonna take it out and we can see. Trust me. Once I saw the batter, I should have known because it was looking really strange. You know, if you do happen to use larger bananas, double up all the recipes. Yeah, but it's also heavy, right? I want to say I strive for perfection when I'm doing my baking, but there really is no such thing as perfection. But I have a quality control for me. I knew that was off before it even went into the oven, but now I know why. Right? It's about a look. It's about a feel. Banana bread that you make, the same recipe, regular sized bananas. It's nice and light. This right here is heavy. Oh, I know. The sugar is heavy. See again? This is the sugar that I use. Don't use this one. Use this one. This is nice and light. You don't have a lot of molasses, so it's not going to weigh it down. It's perfect. But, you learn something every day because I thought I could just, use whatever I had to make it work. And it still works, but not the way I wanted it to. Okay? I just need to give it a little more time. That line that you saw, I'm going to turn off the oven. So the lines actually the little section right here is actually disappearing, so it just needs a little more time. Just a little more. I'm telling you, it's going to be delicious. It really is going to be delicious. I'm just gonna let it sit for maybe about 5 minutes. But it's all about troubleshooting and figuring it out. And that's what we're doing. I need to make it out here. Because this is stuff. No, never have. Only light brown. Because it makes a difference. Some people might not agree, but it does make a difference. It makes a difference. That is too heavy. But it's okay. You know? I did it so you don't have to do it and waste your ingredients and suffer like I'm doing right now. Because I'm suffering. Okay? This is suffering. I'm suffering. This because I can make banana bread in my stomach. And then here comes sourdough. Like, oh God. What did you think was gonna happen? Just it's not everything. Mm-mm. Okay. While we have some time, tomorrow we are back here in the morning at 10 or 10:30. We're gonna be making sourdough cereal. Now, if you like having evening lives, let me know because I can probably try to work it in my schedule where some days we go live during the day and some days we go live in the afternoon in the evening. It just depends on what I have going on. But tomorrow morning, we're back here again and you get to vote for what you want us to make. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm running out of suggestions because I've been defeated this week. Ravioli just, it was good, but it was just hot. What? What else did I make that just didn't come through this week? Something else. See, I don't even remember what it was. The sweet potato bread? Oh, see, I blocked it out of my memory because that just was just painful. Okay? You try to make sourdough sweet potato bread. I knew what went wrong. I'm going to rework it and turn it into a video just so that I can redeem myself because I'm going to let that love sit online forever. So anything you want to make, you want to see me make with sourdough, just let me know because I'm out here trying to figure out how to make things with the sourdough because to be honest, I'm tired of going to the supermarkets and buying stuff and things are just too expensive. So let me just create my own whatever this is. Okay. You can make a batter to fry anything with it. It's delicious. Okay. You can make bread, delicious. You can make cookies. You can make brownies. You can make crab cakes, fish cakes, banana cakes, banana fritters, zucchini fritters, uh, crackers, cheese sticks, cinnamon rolls, whatever. Right? I think I want to challenge myself to make a cake because we haven't actually made a cake, like a cake. We made banana bread and carrot cake, but we haven't made like a vanilla cake. And I think I want to do vanilla because you probably, like I said yesterday, you can hide the imperfections with chocolate. I want to make sure I get it down to like make this. Like that would be delicious, right? So these are things that I'm thinking about. So again, tomorrow we're back here again for day number 5. We're almost done with the series because baby, okay, banana bread. Oh, I don't think you guys know how hurt I am. I'm really hurt. Pretty okay, maybe even both. I would have been off camera crying. I need a moment, man. It's just too much. It's too much. It's like, but anyways, it's fine. It already happened. It's fine. I have 4 banana bread videos on my channel, chocolate chip plain, sourdough. You can check that out. Trust me, it works. I know what I'm doing. Don't mind the live. I know what I'm doing, okay? But this is all part of the sourdough fun. Okay, figure it out. See what to do for next time. All right. So what are you doing? It's heavy. It's heavy. We're gonna take it out and we're gonna put it on a vial just so that it can breathe. I mean, to be fair, sourdough is working because it rolls up. It just didn't do the extra. It didn't go the extra mile. I'm gonna push it in the camera view so you can see, but it rolls. See the dome form, right? But just the middle just didn't get that extra push it needed to rise up. Normally, you get like banana bread split, so it either splits this way or down the middle. So this just did not do it, and it even looks wet still. But I know it's cooked. From 40 minutes. It's done. Right? So again, hyper sugar matters. It does. And the size of your banana matters. Clearly. I look at the size. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good. Oh, guys, we're doing surgery right now, okay? Reason being, take a look at this. Look at this. Now, what would have caused this? Does anyone have any answers? What would have been the reason for this to happen? Because I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing outside of the fact that I know I have too much banana in here and the sugar spike. What would be the reason? Because you would expect to see something sink in from the top to the bottom. But every time I come on this live stream, something happens. Every time. Every single time. But it's a learning thing. We can all learn from this. But seriously, what is that? I don't know. That's one thing I don't know. I can't even sit here and say, yeah, so and so and so and so. I have no idea what would cause that. I've never seen anything baked sunken in upwards. Never. Ever. That is new to me. I'm gonna have fun on Google tonight. That's never happened to me before. Unless the unevenness of the oven heat, I don't know what would have caused that. Wow. I don't know. I'm just letting it because it's cooked. I just want to make sure. We're gonna cut it, even though it's still warm. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna do some inspection. I've never seen that. I've always seen it cave in from the top. I've never seen it go up ever. I don't even know. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have funny people trying to figure that out. But it's definitely a learning process for me too. Because again, this doesn't have any baking soda or baking powder. No baking soda, no baking powder. But all the other ingredients are fine. Everything's fresh. Everything's good. Eggs are fresh. Milk is fresh. The bananas were a little on the big side, which I know. So I know that causes it to be a little heavier. And the sugar type. And I'm repeating this because I need you to know that that does make a difference. Your sugar type, and if you're used to putting two bananas, is it two regular sized bananas or are they the big long ones, right? It makes a difference. And it definitely made a difference for me today because I completely just disregarded the fact that my bananas were big. If they're big, use them. So interesting. So as you can see, we have a mystery here, which is fine. Okay. It still looks good. I just know it's gonna be puddingy. It's not gonna be bread like I already know. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to show you, but I will. And I'm gonna cut it even though it's warm. It's fine. We're gonna cut in the middle. The middle is gonna be puddingy. The ends might be a little bready. They're all puddingy. There we go. I completely messed it up. I messed it up. And I'm mad. I'm mad. But you know what? This is a banana bread pudding. This is beyond ridiculous. This is the second thing this week that's just not working. Don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Like at all. I'm not even happy. It's the banana. It's good. And I was really let's see, I still have some flour pocket. I feel like I'm gonna do another live tomorrow to redeem myself. It's really good. But it's just too much of everything else. This is just mm-mm. Really and truly, it could pass as a banana pudding, but that was not my intention. It's cooked all the way through. It's just too much banana and too heavy of sugar. It tastes like pudding. It tastes like sweet potato pudding. Like if you've ever had, not that it tastes like sweet potato, but the texture. It's pudding texture, right? So if you want pudding, it's so good though. If you want pudding, just use two extra large bananas. Pudding. If you want banana bread, you need to use bananas this size. These are like typically regular sized bananas. Mine were this big. Right? That's good. I'm disappointed, but it's good. The flavor's all there. Everything is there. I didn't even add my cinnamon. That's how you know I'm not thinking. I normally add a little cinnamon, little nutmeg. I didn't even do none of that. You know, I should have never done this live. I told you guys, listen, tomorrow. But I'm gonna cut it this way to see. That is pudding. Legit pudding. And it's really delicious. Okay. So maybe this is banana pudding and not banana bread. Well, honestly, guys, that's it. I'm very disappointed. I'm sad. But I can't stop eating it because it's delicious. It has great flavor. I'm just trying to find a bread spot. It's like it's putting all the way through, even at the end. But it's the sugar and the banana. Because I honestly don't think even adding baking soda into this is gonna change it. Right? If I follow the right measurements in terms of the size of the banana, it would have been perfect. Disappointed. Anyways, I have showed you how to make yourself a banana bread pudding. Okay. So now you know you can make a banana bread pudding. And I know you see me doing this because I need y'all to understand. I'm gonna turn this into bread pudding. Okay? That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm probably gonna dry it out a little and turn it into bread pudding. It's good. The flavor is good. I'm just disappointed that I wasn't able to give you the product that was supposed to be making. This can't even get a video. Picture. No. Anyways, that is it. I'm done. I'm defeated. Trying to come back strong tomorrow. I'm really sad. I don't think you understand. I'm sad. That is it. I hope you guys at least had fun with me. The recipe works. Okay? It does. It's on my channel right now. It works. I will see you back here tomorrow. I'm sad. But I'm also hungry. It's I'll see you back here tomorrow, guys. Okay? Thanks so much for showing up. Thanks for having fun. Thanks for laughing. Thanks for all that good stuff. All that stuff. And we are back here tomorrow at 10 for another sourdough live. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.